Raynell, hello. Tired from holiday travel. I can only imagine. I truly can only imagine. Okay, you're tired. You're kind of tired too. I wonder if it's like the influx from the Sagittarius new moon, and now we're like leveling ourselves out. Maybe that's what's happening. I truly don't know. Hi, Debbie. Good morning. Hi, Shine. Good morning, Grand Rising. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. T. Thank you. Yes, T. Thank you for that. Be patient with yourself. Pay attention to the transit. Yeah, and I talk about this a lot, but I feel the moon and like the planets really deeply, and I find that the more that I study it, the more that I feel it. I don't know if that's y'all, but like for me, I really feel that way. I'm just like, yeah, sometimes I'm a little too tapped and tuned in, you know? Um, I also feel like my jewelry is picking up stuff. That's a different story. Okay. You feel like a little tired too? Yeah. We're going to talk about a really deep topic today, but we have EFT. So I'm like, I was literally just on the phone with my sister because I'm like, girl, I am exhausted. And she was just reminding me that, I am designed to do these things. These are things that I actually love to do. And being in community with y'all really does fill me up. And that is a very true statement. And I love teaching EFT. These are all true things. And I'm really lucky to be able to do these things from the comfort of my home, in the comfort of like safe community. I know that there are plenty of people who have stories where they are unable to do that. And I'm not one of those people. So I'm very grateful. So we're going to move through the energy with grace, slowly, with patience, and we're going to have a good time because ultimately that's what we're here to do. Okay? Okay. Yes, yes. Tap, tap, tap in. Thank you, Jack. Interesting you say that because I was drawn to your necklaces when I joined. Oh my goodness, thank you. Yeah, this is like a beauty charm necklace that I created. And then this one was gifted to me. But this is actually from Costa Rica. I went several years ago, and there's a snake there, and I cannot remember the name, but it's a feminine snake, and she is like revered. Hi, Kieran. She is revered there, like it's very sacred. And when the snake passes, they do this beautiful ceremony where they utilize like all the parts of it for sacred things. And one of them is that they create art with it. So this is part of her spine, and it's supposed to be like to strengthen you. It's a blessing. It's made from copper, the ring itself, but this is part of her vertebrae. And I was really moved by it. I ended up getting my snake tattoo in Costa Rica, and it was so funny because I knew that that was something that I wanted to do while I was there. And I think it was after I got my tattoo, not my tattoo, in honor of Marie Laveau and her snake that gives her a lot of like, gave her a lot of power and intrigue. And then I learned the story about the other snake, and I'm like, this is so crazy. Like, wow, 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 wow. So I saw it today, and I'm like, I'm gonna wear it. But I also feel like there's a lot of energy in it, and I'm not really sure if that's the case. And then this ring is like the full moon, and then this ring is an eye. And then, of course, I have my little waves for water. I usually have on more rings, too, because I usually wear my mother's rings. But we'll talk about jewelry a different time. Okay? Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Interesting. You see that? Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Zawadi. Hello, thank you. Yes, yeah, it's so funny. I actually did a poll about what house people thought I was in, and everybody immediately said Slytherin. No one even guessed any of the other houses. I think I got like two people who said Ravenclaw, which I appreciate. I do respect Ravenclaw house. But no, I am definitely not a Gryffindor. I think I have the heart of a Gryffindor person. Um, but yeah, like I'm a good-hearted Slytherin, you know? I don't know. They exist because I exist, but yeah, definitely Slytherin house. Okay, so I thank you all for being here with me. I'm very excited to host today's session with you all. It's Wednesday, and on Monday, we were talking about. We did a guided meditation and conversation around trusting your journey when it comes to manifesting, because it's really important that you trust in yourself so that you can call in the things that you want to call in and be able to accept them, be able to embrace them, be able to actually enjoy experiencing them. And many times we aren't able to do that. because we do not trust ourselves. So we did a heart-opening exercise that can help us trust ourselves by leading with our hearts, remembering that we are feeling bodies that think, not thinking bodies that feel. And we went over embracing the unknown, reframing our relationship to resistance, and cultivating an open heart. So if that is something you're interested in, you weren't able to catch the live, it's available on YouTube and Instagram, the replay. And I have a blog post about it if you just want to read about it. And that's on Substack, okay? So we have all of that. And today we're going to talk about clearing the fear of worthiness. This is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. When we talk about worthiness, I noticed that in the past, a lot of people I've had in my life, worthiness felt really directly connected to religion. And then it brought up a lot of church hurt, right? A lot of trauma around being in the church and them feeling like, well, you're only worthy if you worship this God and things like that. And we're going to talk about how that's just not the case. And I want us to always remember that it's not the practice, but it might be the people. So whatever it is that you call on to, wherever your spirituality lies, whatever that looks like, remember, like, the practice itself, there's nothing inherently uh wrong about it, but how people interpret the practice depends on who you're with, what they've been through, right? I can't tell you how many times I've joined a church and everything is going well and they mention something crazy like, tarot cards or like a portal to hell or some random thing like that. I'm like, yeah, no, that makes absolutely no sense to me. That doesn't sit well with me, my spirit, or my heritage and ancestry, where there were people in my lineage that read cards to help people migrate from the south to the north, right? So it's like, that doesn't really add up to me. So it's also having a sense of discernment when it comes to that too, and not allowing other people to define your sense of worthiness, but for you to be able to do it for yourself. And we're going to talk about how that works and how that looks, and then we're going to literally use EFT to amplify our sense of worthiness. So let me know below if any of that resonates with you right now, okay? Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I am. I really am a good-hearted Slytherin, I promise. Like, I really am. Like, me and Malfoy could never be friends. Like, ever. Ever. Yes. Thank you, Silverback. Yes, and be okay with them being different than you expect, regardless who doesn't agree nor accept them, follow it anyway. Exactly. Like, you're going there for you, right? And when you remember that, it allows you to just, like, to choose what you want. Yes, you made it. We're going to be tapping today, I promise, okay? I'm so excited for us. But yeah, it's important to remember that, like, this is for you, and your sense of worthiness, no one can take that from you. And people are going to try because people go through things, you know what I mean? A great example, yesterday was my niece's 8th birthday, and we were recapping her birthday, and she was telling us everything. And then she was mentioning how some people were like, just saying some crazy things to her. Mind you, she's 8 years old. And I'm just like, it's so unfortunate how that sense of jadedness starts so young for people. It really just describes like a lack of love and care for a lot of children. So it does like break my heart, but also don't play with my niece. And she was saying how one of the older students was like, you're a loser because it's your birthday. And I'm just like, and it made her feel unworthy to celebrate her birthday. So, her mom and I are just kind of like, first and foremost, people are going to say things because they feel a certain way and they're projecting how they feel about themselves onto you, but that should never change your sense of worthiness. You love celebrating your birthday. You love wearing a birthday crown and a sash. Like, these are things that make you feel really good. We love celebrating your birthday. Like, every year, her mother and I go, we get balloons. It's a journey. But I love that little girl, so it's worth it, right? We go, we do cupcakes, all things like that, because it makes her feel special. It allows her to feel like, oh, wow, I'm cared for, because she is, right? But she had made a statement of like, today would have been perfect if it wasn't for those mean comments. And we were like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, no, we're never going to let small-minded people and their mean comments ruin our entire day, especially our birthday. Absolutely not. You had a beautiful day. People were pouring love into you. But those moments where people challenged her sense of worth really affected her at 8 years old. And I can only imagine what happens to so many other people that are getting that hit back to back to back to back, and they grow up feeling like they are unworthy of being able to, have a healthy body, to have healthy relationships, to have a healthy relationship to money, to live in a good space where they feel safe. It really does start to compound itself. And it's so interesting how Source led me to this topic. I had picked this topic out prior to the experience that I had yesterday with my niece, but being able to talk about this is really important because worthiness is huge. If you're trying to call anything into your life, you need to feel worthy, right? And I don't think people really understand that. Some people think like, oh, I'm doing all the things to make it happen, but do you feel worthy of having this desire? Do you feel worthy of sustaining this desire? Many of us don't. And we're going to explore why we should, why we need to. I'm not going to say that we should. This is a crucial thing for you to feel worthy of yourself, worthy of your desires, worthy of your existence here on earth, despite what anyone says about you. I cannot tell you how many times people have said mean things about me, what they think I should be, you guys know I don't care. You guys know I'm just kind of like, that means nothing to me, because my sense of self, my sense of worth does not come from other people. It comes from myself and my God and my ancestors. That's where it comes from. Anything else that's given to me, when people are giving me compliments, when people are pouring into me, that is just affirmation. That's a bonus from God, just letting me know I'm in alignment. I look at those as signs, not as actual validation, not as someone saying, oh, Lotus, I think you're worthy because now I've said it. You only see my worthiness because now it's being reflected in you. I happen just to be a mirror. You know what I mean? And I just want us to remember that. And also, if there are any children in your life, check in on them. Make sure that they feel safe and seen. Make sure that they're not perpetuating self-hate or, just being unkind for literally no reason other than for them to feel a boost of energy because they've been lacking it. Because that's super important. Like, no 8-year-old child should have to have that experience. No child should. Okay? Let me go through the comments really quickly. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy you liked the meditation on Monday. Yes. Yeah, people are weird. I was just kind of like, who says that to an 8-year-old child? And then, of course, thank God that I am a practitioner, because my initial response is like, I'm going to go to the school and you can tell them to bring their adult and we can have a conversation. Because what? What? Then I was like, no, there are healthier ways to have this conversation. My goal is not to teach my niece to be aggressive, but I do want her to be assertive when necessary. So it was a balance. It was a journey. But yes, people are weird, Yes, let her know how to peep that and not to internalize it. And that's what we worked on yesterday. It was hard. It actually took time for her to smile again, because she literally was rethinking this moment where she was so excited. And then somebody was like, yeah, you don't deserve that excitement because I don't think you're worth it. But her seeing our response to it, we was kind of like, girl, bye. And not to her, like dismissing that comment of like, people say weird things, people do weird things. That's really not your business. Like, if anything, if you want to send them love and be like, oh, that's unfortunate, you want like a little witty comeback. But everybody is worthy. Everyone is worth it. If you exist in this lifetime, you are worth it simply because you exist. I say this all the time to my students, all the time to my clients. Just because you exist, you are worth it. You are worthy. I don't care if you don't have any accolades or awards. I don't care if you don't have all the things society tells you that you need to have for you to feel worth it. You are already worth it because you exist. That's it. There's nothing else after that sentence. That is the actual divine truth. And that is why I can say it with such a level of confidence and clarity, because it's true. That's it. I recently realized that I see that pat on the back, so I'm happy to be working on that. I love that. Hi, my Scorpio baby. You're going to be getting something in the mail soon. I promise. I have a whole gifting that I got you, including your letter, okay? Let me read these comments over here. Hi, T. I'm happy you're here. Listen, I went church hopping on Sunday, visited 3 churches in less than 2 hours. I'm looking for a spiritual home that feels safe. And don't settle. Do not settle. Do not settle. And the moment that you feel unsafe there, you can head on out. That's one thing I don't play about. Like, the moment I hear something that doesn't feel in alignment with my divine truth, thank you so much for having me. Wishing you all the best. Praying for your joy. And I'm out of there, skedaddling. Don't play with me. I play no games about my spirituality at all, and people can testify to that. Yes, I had to let go of lots of people who need me to share my man with anyone else or practice religion. I don't share my man with anyone else. Astrology, tarot cards, and any other practices help me heal. Yeah, I think it's important for us to just allow people to be, right? One of the sayings that I have on my email, if you email me, you'll see it at the bottom. Do whatever you need to do to be close to God. Whatever that looks and feels like, that is for you and your relationship to God. That's not for me to judge. That's also not for me to decide if it's worthy or not because of who it is that you are connected to, who it is that you call on to in your time of need. What a wild concept. Like, oh, I'm going to judge you of how you connect to source. Like, these are things that really in my mind I just cannot compute. I'm just like, I don't understand what that has to do with me. Like, however you need to get close to God, you do what is best for you. I just want you to feel loved and safe. That's really my biggest concern. Do you feel safe in this relationship with source? Do you feel loved? Do you feel seen? And if you do, then kudos. I love this for you. If you don't, then maybe it's time to explore a different avenue of connecting to source, because you should feel loved. You should feel cared for. You should feel protected. You should feel provided for. You should feel like you can tell them anything and that you're going to be loved and embraced in that action. Because that also helps us strengthen our sense of self-worth. I can tell my God anything at all. My ancestors, they already know the vibes. They already know. Your girl's here, your girl's there, your girl's... They understand. They love me regardless. I love me regardless. Of all the mistakes that I make, of all the shortcomings, I love myself because I've lived a life where I didn't, and I didn't enjoy that. It wasn't a good time. And I really am dedicated to having a good time in this life. Right? Yes, hope she had a beautiful day. Bless her. She did. She ended up having a good day. We ended up going to the holiday market. We do it every single year. It is always blistering cold on her birthday. Like, today's gonna be like 45 degrees. Like, yesterday was like 20 something. It was blistering cold. But whatever the princess wants. Very simple. Hi, DJ. I'm great. Oh, how was work? Yes, quality time. Yes, all the time. She's truly an amazing child. Yes, you were born enough. Yes, T. And will continue to be enough and don't deserve to be miserable. You deserve to love yourself, be loved, and supported by yourself and others. Not used, abused, walking around on eggshells. Yes. Changing drastically to accommodate everyone else. You deserve to feel safe, to be safe and authentic, and enjoy your life. Thank you, T, for that word. I fully support that message. It is so important. Yes, people love to throw their own securities on others. Love yourself. Yeah. And again, one of the things I'm very grateful for is that I get to be in spaces like this with you all, because I really do believe that we come from the same soul group. For those that read the Celestine Prophecy, if you know, you know. I just feel like we come from all different walks of life. We identify in so many different ways. But these core beliefs of being a genuinely good human being, I feel like everyone that I encounter, we tend to have that understanding. This is not a judgmental space. This is not an unsafe space. And that's really hard to do when you're on the internet. It's not an easy thing to be on several platforms and everybody's just pouring love. Everybody is just leaning in. Everyone is supporting each other and sharing their vulnerabilities. Like, I love this for us, Totally agree on that. Your children always have to feel safe at home and with their parents. They should. They should feel safe with their guardians. They should feel safe around other adults. And for whatever reason, many children don't. So again, just, if you have children in your life, tell them that you love them. Tell them that they're amazing. I tell Melissa all the time, to the point where she literally rolls her eyes at me. I'm like, you're beautiful. I love you. You're so smart. Oh, and she's just like, girl, please. Like, it's so early. It's so early. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so wonderful. Like, you're so funny. Because I want her to know, like, no, you truly are. These are things that you are. These are not things that I'm saying you are. You truly are these things. You truly are a beautiful child. You truly are a brilliant child. You truly are a bold and courageous child. These are aspects of you that I'm witnessing, not putting this onto you. This is literally your truth. And I'm just going to acknowledge that because I don't know if you're acknowledging it. And I want to make sure that you know these things exist within you, right? This is how we also build that sense of worthiness, not only for ourselves, but for others, you know? This is why a lot of kids have eating disorders right now. Yep. Because people try to tear them down and bully them and they internalize it. Yep. Yeah. I'm so blessed because Logan is not easily phased. I love that. Hi, Bethany. How are you? Yeah, I didn't hesitate to leave even when I was sitting in the middle. I know that's why it's Wadi. Like, oh, I just got to grab my things. I'm heading on out. Right. Never stay somewhere where you feel unsafe. That's also part of you understanding your worth, right? You are worthy enough to be like, I need to go. I'm not going to stay somewhere where I feel unwanted. That's also a sign of worthiness. Hey, Cuzzo, right? These things are super important for us to remember. Yes, it's hard to find a church as a queer Black woman. Look, I know that's right, because sometimes I'm like, what? What are we saying here? What? And I'm quick to be like, I just want to ask, you know, because if I'm uncomfortable, there's also that side of me. Like, if I'm uncomfortable, we all uncomfortable. But that's neither here nor there. That's the human side of me. But also, too, like, don't make other people uncomfortable either about who they are as people. That's so strange. I love you, too, because, you know, like, that's another side of me. We're not focusing on that today. Yes, I'm attracting a soul-aligned spiritual home and community in Richmond. Yes, and I pray that you find it, Zawadi, because you deserve it. Is it the volume low or is it my age? DJ, let me know. Are you guys able to hear me? I don't know. Why is it low? Hold on. Are you guys able to hear me? I don't like to know that that's low. Wait, 1 second. Let me check something. Okay, it says that everything is fine. But let me know if that changes. I can also speak up. Yes, you need to leave when you're not. Yeah. I don't know where we got this idea that we need to stay somewhere where we feel unsafe. I don't know if it's just part of like the freeze response in the brain where it's just like, okay, I'm just going to stay still. But no, you can get up and go. The moment you feel unsafe somewhere, you know, get up and go. I don't care where you're at. If you feel unsafe, whether you feel unsafe in your mind, in your energy, in your emotions, you can get up and go. You don't have to remain there. You know, there's this undertone of like pushing through and fighting through it. I don't necessarily know if that always builds resilience. You know, I always encourage people like, get up and go, right? Go to a place where you feel safe. When I don't feel safe, or if I have to stay somewhere, which is very rare because, again, I'm getting up and going. But let's say I had to, I am reaching for my phone. I'm contacting my sister, one of my girlfriends. I need to feel safe. It's a non-negotiable for me. I have to feel safe. It's part of me feeling worthy is feeling safe. I need to feel safe. You know? I need to feel safe. And I hope that you all are able to be in spaces where you can feel safe too. It's very important. Yeah, I don't know why my volume is low. Okay, it's not low on the other platforms. So what I would suggest is that if it's still low here on Insight Timer, I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube, and everyone said that the volume is good on these two platforms too. Yeah, Aura just said it's fine. Jay just said it's fine over here. So like if it's too low, feel free to like move over to those other places. It's just my name. I'll put it here. You got to put it together, okay? Yes. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Yes, people putting other people down as a trauma response called trauma repetition, doing the same thing that was done to them that is unhealed. Thank you for sharing that, T. Yes. What if you don't feel safe anywhere in the world? Alan, that's a great question. I do feel like that's directly correlated to your sense of worth, right? And how worthy you feel. Because the truth is, especially for me, I'm going to speak from my own personal experience because that's what I know. As a Black queer woman in the country that I currently live in, it's very easy for me to feel unsafe. Like, pretty much anywhere. Like, literally anywhere. Like, pick a place, and I'm sure there's some type of danger awaiting, simply because I exist, right? Because I go against a lot of social norms. However, I cultivate my sense of safety internally first, with me, my higher self, my ancestors, my source, God, Allah, whoever you call on to. I don't love whatever it is. I don't want you to get tripped up on the word. There is an energy that is bigger than you, that has created all things, that carries you. That energy is what I'm speaking to. Whatever the name is, plug in the name when I'm saying it. I use words interchangeably, okay? I connect to that first, okay? The city that I currently live in is super, super unsafe most of the time, because people are just hurting and there's just a lot of violence. It's just really crazy. And for me to be able to walk out of my house, there was a time where I would literally be terrified because I just didn't know if I was coming home, right? I didn't know if my family was going to be able to come home. Like, danger is still a very real thing in the world. I'm not saying to dismiss it. I'm just saying to make sure that you have a sense of safety within yourself. For me, that looks like talking to God, talking to my ancestors, asking them to cover me, asking God to provide and protect for me, making sure that my sense of awareness and my alertness is on so I can feel when I need to move somewhere. Because we're getting these nudges. I've talked about this plenty of times with our aura. Our aura stands out 6 feet in front and back, above all sides, right? And it's there to protect the vessel, because this is the only thing that tethers you to earth. Once the body is gone, you're no longer tethered to earth. Very simple. It's the only thing that keeps you connected here. So your aura is this protective shield, this energy. This is not like a made up thing. There's science to back it now for all the people that need that confirmation. But when you are walking somewhere and you get this kind of feeling to cross the street, that's protection. That's you allowing yourself to feel safe, tapping into your intuition, and remembering that you are worthy of feeling safe and moving to that space. So if you don't feel safe anywhere in the world, I want you to start to feel safe in your inner world first. And that might look like working through some unresolved traumas. That might look like, working with a professional to make sure that your mind feels safe, that you're speaking to yourself kindly, that you're not being an enemy to yourself, that you're not being a danger to yourself. And once you're able to cross that path, it becomes a lot easier for you to feel safer in the world around you, despite the danger that's there. So let me know if that clarifies, if that's an answer that hopefully inspires or helps you, okay? Yes, I would absolutely appreciate and adore and cherish a warrior goddess. Kiran, thank you. I cannot wait to go to Ireland and meet my people. Like, I truly cannot wait. Hello. Okay, perfect. How do you even manage to go live on 3 platforms at the same time? Impressive. I'm going to DM you and find out the bus to tech. Yes, Zawadi, DM me. Teachers got to stay together, okay? That's fine, Debbie. That's fine. YouTube is also available too, okay? Lotus is a real woman. You're so sweet. Yes. Zawadi, to cultivate your own internal sense of safety. One of my daily affirmations is I'm divinely protected, supported, and guided. Yes. Literally every morning before I get out of bed, I've been in the space of praying deeply. One of my goals in life is to be a praying woman. I want people to be like, "Oh, Lotus, that's a praying girl. That girl prays. That girl prays down." Like, that's really what I want. My ego would be very happy with that. I pray to God. I pray to my ancestors. I pray to my higher self, and that I'm in alignment, that I'm aware, that I am present, and that I never forget my sense of self-worth. That people can tell me. I had a person on Threads the other day tell me, like, "Oh, you're like the worst type of people." And I'm like, "What is that? You don't even know me." Like, and normally I'm assuming like people could be really hurt by these statements of like, "Oh, you're rude, and I'm like, "Girl, I'm just talking about blackness, and now you're literally up in arms. And I'm supposed to be upset about you not liking me. I don't care. Like, girl, what?" Like, there's these small things that happen throughout the day, throughout your lifetime, that can really hold a mirror up to you. And in those moments, you have to decide that despite what this person is saying or doing, I am still worthy. I'm worthy of my love. I'm worthy of my care. I'm worthy of my own protection. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of care. And I'm worthy of protection. And if this person does not want to engage with me in that way, this person can move over, can get out the way. We don't got to talk to each other. We don't have to continue this conversation because it's not doing anything. And I think a lot of times we are taught to kind of like push through and be like, I'm going to prove to you why I'm worthy because you need to understand. No, they don't. They really don't. They don't. They don't need to know that. That's really not their business. It's your business to know that you are worthy. And to know like, okay, I'm in a space where people are not really valuing or respecting me. Let me head out. I'm not about to stay here and force you guys to, hi twin. I'm not gonna stay here and force you guys to care for me. Like, no. That's a misuse of energy. And that's something that we're often taught. Like, prove to people, prove to them that you matter. Prove to them, tell them that you're smart and that you're brilliant. Tell them that you're funny and no, if they cannot see that by interacting with you, then they can't see it. That's not for them to see. Maybe they're not there to witness beauty from you in that way. We spend so much time trying to prove ourselves in spaces that were not designed with us in mind. We spend so much time trying to prove our sense of worth to people that don't even feel worthy themselves, so they can't even comprehend that you would feel worthy. There are so many other reasons as to why. That is why worthiness is an inside experience. It's something only you can cultivate for yourself. No one else can give you that at all. And you really wouldn't want anyone else to give you your sense of worth. Because the minute that they feel that you're unworthy, they're going to snatch that back. Because humans are humans. And you're going to feel some type of way. And I don't want that for you. Does that make sense? Thank you. I love you, twin. Yes, you have a movement practice. I do have a movement practice. Yes, I do about 30 minutes of restorative or yin yoga every morning because my body needs it really badly. I do some type of Pilates, and then I bike ride pretty much every single day for at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes. I've currently started doing vocal exercises when I bike ride too, trying to strengthen my voice. It's not a pretty sight, but I feel really good when I'm done. Yes, Sawadi, every time I run into you, I find myself writing down your words of wisdom. Yes, Sawadi is a very wise soul for sure. That helps? Okay, I'm so happy. Okay, perfect. So I want to talk about why you're worthy of your desires, because I think it's very important when we're moving into 2025 energy. People are starting to think about what they're going to cultivate for the new year, what they're calling in. This is their biggest year yet. They're going to make the most money. They're going to have the best type of love, all these things. It's really important that you feel worthy of your desires. It's one thing to think that you can have them. It's another thing to speak it out into existence. And it's another thing to really know that these are things that you get to have, that you're going to experience, whether you physically see them in the real world or in this current plane of reality or not. So incredibly important that you feel worthy of your desires, okay? Your desires are an evidence of your connection to the universe, source, whoever you call on to. They come from your unique experiences, passions, and dreams, and no one can desire exactly what you want or how you can desire. And that alone makes you worthy. There's an inherent uniqueness that we all have. No one can do what I do. Can people teach EFT and meditation and energy healing and beauty consciousness? Yeah, there's tons of people doing it. But no one is teaching it how I'm teaching it. Because nobody is me. No one has my skill sets, my genius, my life experiences. And that goes for every single person on this live, watching the replay, on this earth. No one is you. Nobody. And there's an analogy of like, you go to the bread aisle, you see like 17,000 types of breads, but it's still bread. It's because there's a group, there's a connection. There are people who are going to be able to see and witness you. And because you have a sense of self-worth, because you care deeply for yourself and you express whatever that passion or genius is, it's going to resonate with them so much. It's going to inspire and uplift them in such a beautiful way. And I want us to remember that when we move forward. Literally nobody else can do what you do. Nobody else can be you. And that makes you a gift to all of us, to humanity. I'm so grateful that you exist because you add diversity. You add uniqueness, love, vibrancy to this world. And if no one has told you that before, I'm telling you that now. You existing is a gift. You existing is beauty itself. And that is also worth. That's worthy. You are worthy simply as is. Okay? As I said before, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody at all. And if you're someone that feels the need to prove themselves, I encourage you to check in with that relationship and see why you feel the need to do that. Where is that stemming from? Why do you feel like you have to prove to people? Usually we do that because we don't really believe it ourselves. And we're thinking, if I can prove it to somebody outside of me, then maybe I can prove it to myself. I'd much rather you focus on witnessing it for yourself, because there's nothing to prove. It already is true. You being worthy is already accurate. But are you witnessing it? And are you acknowledging it? And if you're not, why aren't you? Okay? Also, too, with the desires that you have, don't think, oh, because I don't have a college degree, or, I didn't come from a good family, or I don't have a lot of money, so I'm not worthy of it. No, all of that is bullshit. Okay? That's not true. If there's a desire that comes from you, it is because it wants you to experience it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the thought. It wouldn't be in your mind. Again, this kind of goes back to that we don't chase, we attract mentality. I never understand, like, I'm going to chase money, I'm going to chase my dreams. Like, that means that they're outside of you and they're running away from you. That's going to always trigger your sense of self-worth. If your dreams and your desires are something you have to go and get, of course you feel unworthy. Something is actively running away from you that you deeply want. We want to shift our mentality, shift our mindset around that. We're simply just witnessing them in the body. We're witnessing them in reality. We don't really have to attract, but I know that people need a filler word. So if you're not going to chase, you are going to attract. You're going to bear witness. Your dreams and your desires, they are of you. They come to your mind. They come to your heart. They don't care about your college degree. They don't care about how much money's in your bank account. They don't care about where you come from. They just want to exist in your current plane of reality with you. That's it. It's very simple. All those outside things delay us and making us feel like, well, I can't have this thing until I get this thing. Why? Who told you that? And whoever told you that, is that because that's what they did? And then if that's what they did, are they you? Did they have your life experiences? Did they go through things that you had to grow through? Do they have your skill set, your uniqueness, your beautiful point of view of life? Do they have any of those things? They don't, because they can't, because they're not you. So again, if you have a desire in your heart, you have something that you really want to experience in this lifetime, you have to feel worthy enough to know that you can have that, no matter what is outside of you telling you that you can't. Okay? Yes, you being worthy is already accurate. It is. It's probably the most accurate thing I could possibly say to you. Outside of the fact that I love you. It's accurate. This is so good. We love you, Lotus. Oh, thank you. I needed to hear this. I can feel my belief shifting. Yes. Please. You are incredible. You are amazing as is. I will always pour into others, because I don't really understand not doing it. Trying to make somebody else feel bad or feel small. I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. Let's see. BD, hi! Bouncing in with love for my Lotus. Hello! Oh, I hope your meeting is good. Debbie's comment made me think about this. Debbie, what comment did you make? Did I not see it? Okay, I can't see Debbie's original comment, y'all. So give me a second. I'm gonna read Bethany's to try to get context. I think those who observe see a lot about human nature. Others feel everything. Deserves their opinions and reactions. Imagine if more people listened, paused, reflected, and only responded if it was warranted. Responding only if it's worth your energy and not escalating the situation. If it sacrifices your inner peace, it's entirely too expensive and not something you can afford. Bethany, yes, so important. And this is why I'm always sharing that we need to slow down. We're always moving so fast that you miss out on everything. You miss out on how wonderful you are. You miss out on life experiences, on how beautiful other people are. You miss out on really the intuitive nudges and clues on when you should give your input and when you should mind your business. You miss out on all of those things, and we continue to perpetuate a distorted energy that makes people feel terrible. Really and truly, we could all benefit from slowing down a bit more. And like Bethany said, does this make sense for me to comment on? Do I need to share my opinion on this? What is the purpose of me expressing this? Is it really going to help that person? Or do I just want to get it out of my body because I'm used to responding, I'm used to reacting? Is it like an old habit that I'm continuing to uphold? Slow down. Feel through. I wouldn't even say think through it, because logic, again, it's a secondary tool. It's not a primary tool. Feel through it first. If I say this thing to this person, how will I feel? And why would I feel that way? So if you know you're going to say something really mean to somebody and like, oh yeah, I got to tell you this because you trying to make me feel bad. I'm going to let you know how to feel like I can make you feel worse. Why do I need to do that? Probably because you feel unsafe, or you feel unseen, or you feel like this person is trying to make you feel small, which usually means that they're projecting. So they already feel small. They already feel that way. No matter how big and bad they pretend to be, they already feel that way about themselves. They're already in a space that is causing them to lash out. And if you accept that invitation, you're going to be in that space with them. Why would you want that for yourself? You shouldn't want that for that person either. That's unfortunate. There are so many times where people lash out and say something, and I'm just like, damn, that's really unfortunate. Like, I genuinely do hate that for you. I hope you get out of it. I'm not about to go in there with you, though. I'm about to mind my business and go take care of myself. But like, dang, that's how you got to move through life? And it's not a pity. It's just really like, damn, I really hope it gets better for you, because that must be hard to have to spew negativity all the time so that you feel worthy, you feel enough. Like, damn, like I don't want that for you. I'm not going to let you continue trying to push that on me either. I really hope you get out of that situation. That's crazy. Like, I don't know. Things like that make me sad. Like, damn, life is already crazy. Like, we don't want to add on layers. Yes, they don't care about my age. Yes, that too. Like, your age doesn't matter. These things don't matter. There was somebody talking about how when she does interviews, she's sharing her genius and she's really incredibly talented, and they always ask her age. And then because she's young, they immediately decide that like all that talent and inspiration that they just experienced is invalid because of her age. And I was like, these things don't make sense to me. These things don't make sense to me. Your age does not determine your worth. Your social status does not determine your worth. Your bank account does not determine your worth. Your level of education does not determine your worth. None of those things determine your worth. Your worth is determined by the fact that you exist. That's it. That's it. If you want to add on a little something, that you are loved, and not loved by maybe your guardians, or you're talking about that you are love. You are actually the energy of love. Period. That's it. You are worthy. Done. I want us to not say, but what if, but no. That is a full sentence. I am worthy. Period. I don't think you're worthy. I said what I said, and you heard me. So here we are. Having that posture, it's divine posture of being able to speak from the heart. When I say I am worthy, I'm not speaking from up here. I'm not thinking about accolades or awards or no, I'm not even thinking about life experience. I'm thinking about the fact that I know I am love. So I'm worthy. I'm enough. I may not be enough for you, but who said I want to be enough for you? I never said that. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Like, no. I really hope that we continue to cultivate this sense of feeling enough, of being worthy, and not letting anybody influence that in a negative way. And that even if somebody's pouring into you and it makes you feel really good, it's because it's already there. Not because they're giving you that, but because you're now just bearing witness to the love, the energy that's already within your vessel, within your body, within your spirit. I am not I'm trying to find the words. It's not that I'm like trying to make you see this. I'm just bearing witness to what I see. And hopefully you'll bear witness with me. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I could say that better. Um, yeah, Bethany, that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. People get so reactive, even if someone says something towards you, it's them projecting. Does it even have anything to do with you? Probably not. It never does. And that usually is because of, your nervous system is probably shot if you're always reacting to people. If someone says something and it makes you feel so intensely, so passionate, your nervous system is probably dysregulated. And I would encourage you to do something to regulate it, to soothe it, to support it. One of the best ways that I often suggest is EFT, and we're going to be tapping in a little bit. Also, drink water. Stay hydrated, okay? Debbie, there's going to be a recording, okay? Please take care of your body first. Yep, Oh, Marga, I'm so excited. You're making me feel so much better. Now I'm crying. That's okay. Release. It's a safe space to cry. Feeling worthy is a challenge for me right now. Thank you for witnessing me. Alan, of course. And I really hope that it becomes an easier experience for you. If anybody is struggling with feeling worthy, I hope that this conversation, this heart to heart, makes it an easier journey for you. You really are worthy. I'm not just saying this for like shits and giggles. Like I genuinely believe that. Thank you, Bethany. Want to eat something? Yes, yeah. Debbie, take care of your body first, okay? People thinking we need them to agree. I still live my life my way regardless. That's me, Bethany. I'm like, you don't have to agree with me at all whatsoever. One of the things that one of my clients say, one of my kids that I have, like, you're changing my emotions. You're making me feel away and you don't want my emotions to change. I'm like, you are allowed to feel your emotions. Like, this is not a threat to me. Like, you do what you feel is best for you and your body. That's not my business. Like, and it's so interesting because it's almost like they're just trying to it's almost like a threat, even though I know that that's not how they're interpreting it, but it's a sense of like I need to get some energy because I'm feeling a little low in energy. But I'm always just like, yeah, you're allowed to feel your feelings. I don't have to feel that feeling with you though. You're allowed to feel whatever you're feeling, and that can be for you and your experience. However, I don't have to engage. That saying that misery loves company is usually an invitation before then, right? If someone is miserable and you're like, oh, you're stupid or you're a loser, that's an invitation. They're inviting you to come be miserable with them. Decline the invitation. And there's so many ways to do it. Like, oh, wow, oh no, I'm stupid. You know what? I don't think that I'm stupid, so. I don't know. I'm very comfortable with awkwardness in a conversation of like, some people are really, somebody will make you feel uncomfortable and then you don't want them to also feel uncomfortable. I'm totally okay if we both are uncomfortable. I'm not about to like, no, if you feel like you need to project onto me, I'm not a punching bag, first and foremost. So you're not going to get a response from me that's going to make you feel any better. I'm probably either going to walk away from you. I might give you a girl bye, go on about your business. Or I might say, let me mind my business because clearly we're not on the same frequency. I don't even know how I got in this experience with you, but let me head on out. I'm not afraid to head on out. And that has brought me so much peace. Yes, divine posture. Yes, decline invitation. It's so important to do that. So important to do that. Love you, DJ. Okay, so why is it important to show up for your desires? Showing up for your desires is an act of honoring yourself. It's about aligning your actions with your higher self, the part of you that knows that you are capable of receiving and being more. Okay? When you show up for your desires, you're telling yourself that you matter, that your dreams matter. It builds up self trust and confidence, creating momentum for growth. A lot of times, you're not bringing in what you're manifesting because you're lacking a bit of self confidence. That's directly tied to your sense of worth. Also, too, if you're unable to trust yourself, that is directly tied to your sense of worth. You gotta trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. And I've shared plenty of stories about how important that is to do so. You have to trust yourself. You can't think, I always make mistakes, or, last time I did this, I messed up. That was last time. That don't have nothing to do with right now, unless you wanted to have to do with right now. There are so many times where I have reframed my thinking of last time it wasn't great, last time I made a mistake, or last time I was in a situation, I made a choice that left me hurt. However, I am not the same person I was in that moment. I've actually had more life experience. I've grown, I've healed more. And I still have that experience to guide me. So as I move forward, I'm going to trust that I'm making the best decision for who I am and for what I'm capable of experiencing in this moment. And I'm going to leave it at that. If it doesn't work out for me, then it's another lesson learned. It's an opportunity for me to refine my way of showing up. But I'm not about to not trust myself anymore. You know? Like, I've done that for such a long time, and it was so exhausting not trusting myself. It was so exhausting not feeling confident. It was so exhausting not feeling worthy of a healthy relationship or worthy of sharing my talent. Like, it was so tiring. Ooh. And I don't know if it's because I never want to feel like that again that I've chosen to trust myself. I've chosen to just be confident. I don't know if it's because I am dedicated to enjoying my life because I spent so much time not doing that. But yeah, trust yourself. Allow yourself to be confident. It sounds like, oh, like you're being real cocky. Oh, you're not. You need to humble yourself. Why? Why? Are you uncomfortable? Like, why? Why do I need to? Why? Why? Like, oh, wait. Why? What does that have to do with me? And what you'll realize is that people who are confident, people who understand their sense of worth, people who trust themselves, never, ever, ever say things like you need to humble yourself. They never say things like you're too cocky. They never say these things. One, because they're so focused on themselves and their growth and making sure that they're doing what they need to do. They're not interpreting that as a threat because you're showing up and doing the same thing that you need to do. There's that too. Like, keep that in mind. Okay. I keep seeing a quote about my energy will match yours or something like that, and I hate it. Why would you give that power to someone? Self-agency, anybody. I have CPTSD, and feeling powerless or not in control are huge triggers for me. So I can't even fathom saying something like that to somebody. Yeah, I think it's always interesting. It's like that, you're gonna match energy. No. I'm very much, this is the frequency that I'm at. You can meet me on this frequency. You're more than welcome to. But I'm not about to change frequency. I'm not doing that. I don't have the tolerance personally. I'm not matching people's energy. You want to be rude and nasty, then enjoy being rude and nasty away from me. I'm not about to I'm not about to engage with you. And not because I can't be rude or not. I can. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely be those other things. I just don't see the purpose in it. It's just a misuse of my energy. That is something I say quite often to myself. Are you willing to misuse your energy for this experience? And most times I'm just not. Most times I'm just kind of like, smile through it, and I'm gonna go do something to take care of myself, or maybe I'm gonna go immerse myself with some form of beauty to keep my frequency the way that I like it, so that I feel good in my body. I'm also not somebody that needs to gain energy from other people, which is usually what happens when you're matching energy. I don't need to. I can cultivate my own energy. Um, so maybe that's also why. But yeah, don't match other people's. Do what you can to make sure that you're not allowing other people to guide you into spaces, into experiences, or into relationships that are detrimental to your well-being. Take care of yourself enough. Know yourself enough. Love yourself enough. Honor your self-worth enough to make sure that people are not leading you to places you don't want to be, to experiences you don't need to have. That requires a lot of discipline. That requires a deep devotion to your well-being. And it requires being a little uncomfortable when people are upset that you won't go with them, no matter who they are. Okay? Yeah, there's another one. Similar, my attitude depending on you. No, my attitude depends on me, how I'm feeling. And sometimes my hormones. I'm working on that part. Okay, last thing. What happens when you witness and honor your sense of self-worth? When you step into alignment with your desires, your sense of self-worth, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. And I want to reframe that. It doesn't begin to. You start to realize that the universe has been in your favor the entire time. The universe is always in your favor. God is always in your favor. Source is always in your favor. They're just waiting for you to catch on. Things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. Always. That's not toxic positivity. That's not spiritual bypassing. Things are happening for you. And if the things that are happening for you you don't enjoy, then reshift your focus, redirect your energy to the things that you do want to happen for you. Usually we're just attracting things over and over again because we haven't taken the time out to care for ourselves, to witness ourselves, to experience our sense of self-worth. And then we are in spaces, in relationships, in experiences that perpetuate something that is completely outdated, that no longer feels good to us, that feels very foreign. Let me know if that makes sense, okay? Yes, don't take the bait. Exactly. Yes, everything that is for you will never pass you by. Baba Jolie. Yes, Speedy. What's for me is for me, period. What's for me is for me. No one can take that from me. That's also understanding your sense of self-worth too. I know a lot of times, especially as creators, we tend to vent about like copycats or people taking our ideas and things like that. When you understand your sense of self-worth, you realize that no one can take anything from you. No one can take anything from me. I can give things. Nobody can take anything from me. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And it is that sense of belief that has kept me in alignment with that truth. No one can take anything from me. You can't take my creativity. You can't take my genius. I don't even care if you literally copy and paste my words word for word. It's still not you. And you can't sustain that. You can't sustain things that you feel like you have to take. It wasn't given. There was no exchange of energy. Those things die out very fast. And they usually take a toll on the person that decided to act in that way. But it's so important for you to remember that. What's for you is for you because you are worthy of having it. Do you see how it all ties back to that understanding of worth? What is for you is for you. No one can take it at all. There are so many things that when I was younger, I thought like, dang, I missed an opportunity no. Later on in life, I hear something, you learn something, and like, oh, that was about to be me, but that was a level of protection. God was guiding me somewhere else, because sometimes what we think we desire and what we think we want is really not in alignment with us. And sometimes we don't get it because it's not actually what we deserve. We deserve more. Okay? So again, when you understand your sense of self-worth and you lean into your desires, you'll feel a deeper sense of purpose and alignment in your day-to-day. You'll get more opportunities. There'll be more people and resources that naturally align with your energy and give you a beautiful energy exchange. And you become magnetic, okay? Not just for your desires, but for the life you've always dreamed of. These are things to think about and to remember. So let me know if any of this makes sense for you guys before we jump into our EFT session. And we're going to be tapping 3 times. We're going to do 1 negative round and then 2 positive rounds. But I want to make sure before we jump in that everybody's good. Okay? And I'm going to take a sip of my matcha because I have not done it yet. Oh, before we do this, remember this is a donation-based experience. So if you're able to donate, please do. You can do so on Insight Timer, on the other platforms. In my stories, I will be leaving my Buy Me a Matcha link that you can donate to. Yeah, this is an energy exchange. So if you're able to do that, I appreciate it. It allows me to continue to show up and do what I do. If you are unable to do that, you can always subscribe to the Substack, become a Substack member, a Substack subscriber. You can subscribe to YouTube. You can leave a review on one of my tracks on Insight Timer. You can join the email list. There's so many ways for you to have that exchange with me outside of our lives together. And I really want to make sure that we are both keeping up with that, okay? It's very important. Okay, are we ready? Maisha, thank you so much for your donation. Yes, my niece got me a Hello Kitty cup. I love rainbows. I have one tattooed on my arm, and I love Hello Kitty. So she got me this like for my birthday, I think like 3 years ago. It's my favorite mug. Like I drink from this every single day. I love that little girl. Okay. People have to understand consent and that they can always say no to anyone or anything that isn't compatible with them. Always. You can always say no. Okay, perfect. Ready? Before we get to tapping, I want to thank you again for talking to me last time about body gratitude and chronic illness. Of course, Bethany. It gave me so much to think about. I'm grateful. Bethany, I'm so happy to hear that. I know how difficult it can be to have a relationship with your body when you are dealing with chronic illness. It literally brings me to tears every single time, but I'm so happy that you are hopefully redefining that relationship and feeling a bit safer in your body, a bit more in alignment with it, you know? Thank you for sharing that. Okay, ready? Spaghettis, let's do it. Okay, I'm in my teacher mode. I call my students spaghettis, and they're like, why? I'm like, it's just cute. I like it. All right, we're going to tap. So for those who haven't tapped with me before, I'm going to go over something very, very quickly with you. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. There's different ways to do this. I teach a very general way of doing it that's still super impactful. It's just easy for everyone to do. It's like acupressure or acupuncture for your emotions. So we're going to tap on certain tapping points. And as you do this, you're communicating to the body in a language that it understands. That for the negative rounds, these things that I'm talking about, I may have said to myself, I may have heard someone say to me, I may have overheard it and it's resonated with me, but it can't stay in my body anymore. Bring it up to the top so that I can transmute it. I can accept it and move past it. And then in our positive rounds, you're talking to the body and you're telling the body, hey, I made some space in the negative round. I got rid of them things, but I need to make sure that I fill it in with something that's going to empower me, that's going to allow me to feel free in expressing my emotions, emotional freedom, right? And allowing me to show up and be exactly who I was designed to be without any hesitation, right? And we'll do that in the positive round. So there are 9 tapping points. You don't have to remember them at all. You just have to watch me as we tap. I'm just going to go over them briefly, okay? We have the side of hand between the pinky knuckle bone and the wrist. You can lightly tap here on either side. It doesn't matter. You're tapping into energy highways that run within and all around your body, okay? So you would tap here first. Then we have the top of the head where the crown chakra would be. You would tap here. We have the start of the brow on either side. You would trace your brow bone and you'll still feel the bone on the side of your eye. So you're going to tap there. Not on the temple, on the bone. You'll trace that bone down and you'll feel the ocular bone underneath the eyes. You'll tap there. not above there because this is very delicate and I don't want us to burst anything, okay? So tap on the bone. You're gonna go underneath the nose above the top lip. You'll tap here. In the crease of your chin, you'll tap here. Your collarbone, a really great way to find your collarbone points. You link your thumbs together. You place your thumbs in the center. This is where your heart point would be. And then wherever your fingertips lie underneath the collarbone, that's where your tapping points would be for your collarbone. You can tap on either side, doesn't matter. Then underneath your arm, you trace your armpit and go to the end of the armpit and tap there. Okay? If you wear a bra, or be where your bra strap is. Those are the 9 tapping points. For my people who are super sensitive, maybe you identify as an empath, you're really tuned in to frequency or energy, I want you to try a different way of tapping. So traditionally, you would lightly tap, 1 finger, 2 fingers, all the fingers, it doesn't matter. But you can also pulse, where you keep your hand to the body. You can rub, it's very soothing. Or you can just hover. And for those people that may have mobility concerns, you can literally think of yourself tapping in these spaces and it still provides the same amount of impact, okay? It just requires a bit more concentration and focus. But if there's a point that you can't reach or that feels uncomfortable for you, envision yourself tapping there, okay? All right, let's do this. Ooh, Zawadi, I'm hosting a 30-day Heal Your Body with Gratitude challenge. Ah! Yes, Zawadi, you have to send me the information so I can put it in my email list, okay? I love how divine timing is not having a meeting that was supposed to happen. Oh my gosh, PD, I'm sorry you're here with us. All December you can join our daily. Yes, please, Zawadi. Send me the link. I'll put it in my email. Yeah, that's dope. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's do it. Nice deep inhale, exhale. Slow exhale, let go. Deep inhale, breathing in. Exhale, letting go. Deep inhale, breathing in. Exhale, letting go. Really center in. I want you to think of a number from -10 being the worst you've ever felt, and 0 being neutral. You don't feel bad, you don't feel good. And then +10 being the best you've ever felt. And I want you to drop that number in the chat. Okay? This is called tuning. It allows us to see where our energy currently is. Okay? So drop your number in the chat. Right now, my number is probably like a 3. Still a little low in energy. It doesn't matter where you're at on the chart. It's simply just you witnessing where you are so you can see how your energy flows throughout the tapping session. Okay? So I want you to drop that in the chat or write it down so you can witness it for yourself. Okay? Beautiful. Okay. And now we're going to start tapping. Even though I sometimes feel unworthy of the life that I desire, I deeply and completely honor myself and how I feel. I choose to believe that I am worthy of my dreams and that I am capable of receiving all the blessings meant for me. Beautiful. One more time. Even though I sometimes feel unworthy of the life I desire, I deeply and completely honor myself and how I feel. I choose to believe that I am worthy of my dreams and capable of receiving all the blessings meant for me. We're going to go to the top of the head. I don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough for my dream life. So we're going to go to the brow, top here. What if I don't deserve it? What if I'm not enough? Side of the eye, top here. I feel unworthy of having the things that I desire. Under the eye. It feels like my dreams are too big for me. I'm not prepared for them. Underneath the nose, top here. Like, what if I can't handle the life that I'm asking for? What if I'm not smart enough, brave enough, attractive enough? Chin. I'm so afraid I'll mess it up if I get it. Go to the collarbone, top here. I don't even feel ready to receive my blessings. I don't think that I deserve to receive my blessings. Underneath the arm, tap here. And I'm not sure I'll ever truly deserve what I want. And that makes me sad. That just makes me really heartbroken. I want us to drop our hands into our lap. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze and focus in on the vibration, the energy in your body. Take a nice deep inhale, breathing into lower belly, filling up the chest. Slow exhale, release, letting go. And noticing what your body feels like, how you feel, your emotions. And from -10 being the worst you've ever felt, 0 being a neutral feeling, you don't feel bad, but you don't feel good. And then +10 being the absolute best you've ever felt. Go ahead and drop that number into the chat. And if you have some water, I want you to drink some water, okay? And remember, negative round, we're not speaking over ourselves. We're just simply witnessing feelings or sensations we may have had, okay? And then we're going to do 2 positive rounds because I'm never going to leave you feeling like really sad. That's really the goal, okay? However, if you notice that you felt very uncomfortable during that negative round, I encourage you to do the positive rounds a bit more until you feel a bit better. But you should feel decently better when we're done together, okay? It's the beauty of doing this collectively. We're all utilizing our energy together to nurture each other and ourselves, okay? Take a nice little sip of my matcha tea. And we're gonna do the positive round. Let's do it. Everybody make sure you drop your number in the comments, please and thank you. Okay, perfect. Let's do this. Start tapping. You know what? Oh, okay, I love that. Brings you a neutral state. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, repeat after me. You know what? I'm realizing I've been worthy all along. Like since I was born, since I got to Earth. You know, it's the top of the head, top here. I am open to seeing myself in this new light. You know, to the brow. I choose to believe that I am deserving of my dreams and my desires. Side of the eye. And I know it's safe to trust myself, to receive and enjoy all of my blessings and every single miracle waiting for me. Underneath the eye. I am so ready to release the fear of being unworthy. Underneath the nose, tap here. I am so ready to release the fear of thinking I'm not enough. Even as I say it now, it sounds silly. Like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. Chin. I know I have what it takes to live out my dream life. I know I have what it takes to share my genius, to live out my passion, to remain confident. I just know. I feel it in every cell in my body, deep in my bones. Collarbone. I'm going to choose to believe in my worthiness right here, right now. And I don't care if I didn't before, because I do right now. I am worthy, period. I am worthy. I am worthy. Underneath the arm, tap here. And I am open to receiving every single thing that's meant for me. I deserve it because I exist. I'm going to go to the top of the head. I was born worthy. Worthy of love. Worthy of success. Worthy of joy. Brow. And you know what? I trust myself too. To live the life that I desire with ease. With confidence. Side eye. I know that I'm good enough. Just as I am. I don't need any outward validation. There's nothing nobody could tell me about me. I really am the one, not the two. Underneath the eye. And I'm safe. I'm protected. I'm safe enough to dream big, and to receive abundantly. I'm going to go to underneath the nose, tap here. I have the endurance to sustain my success, my joy, all the love this world has to give me. Chin. And in this moment, I release any remaining doubts about my worth. I can feel it dissolving within me, melting away. I'm going to go to the collarbone, top here. I embrace my worthiness with confidence, with courage, and with clarity. Underneath the arm. I am ready to receive all the blessings coming my way. Just thinking about it brings a smile to my face. Wow. I am so worthy. I'm going to go to the side of the hand and close out. Deep inhale, breathe in. Exhale, repeat. I am worthy in every way. I am worthy because I exist. And no one can take that from me. I am worthy because I am love. I am the energy of love itself, personified. I am infinite and ancient. I am wise and kind. I am brilliant and beautiful. And all of these wonderful things about me that live in my inner world, that I have cultivated, that I will continue to care for relentlessly, are what makes me worthy. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Place your left hand first and your right hand on top. Take a nice deep inhale, breathing into the heart space. Open mouth, exhale, release, softening the shoulders. And I want you to repeat this closing affirmation. You can tap on your heart. You can do a nice clockwise circle, or you can simply hold it, whatever feels best for you. Repeat after me. I release all fear of unworthiness. And I open myself. I open my heart, my mind, and my spirit to receive with ease and confidence. I am enough. I have always been enough. And I will always be enough. In every timeline, in every plane of existence, that will always be the truth. Just as I am. And I trust in myself. I trust in my ability to live my dream life, to remain dedicated, to remain disciplined, to remain devoted, to experiencing my absolute best. To live this life because I am worthy. To allow miracles and blessings to flood into my life because I am worthy. To allow my dreams to become reality because I am worthy. And I am fiercely protective of this truth. Absolutely no one or no thing and no thought will ever shake that truth for me again. And so it is. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, letting go, dropping your hands to your lap.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, stop. This is not the time. Okay. So annoying. Hi, Reba. Okay. Scale, -10, being the worst you've ever felt. 0, feeling I don't feel good or bad. And then +10, being the best you've ever felt. Go ahead and drop your number in the chat, okay? And I'm going to catch up on any comments. Oh, wow. We just reached 20,000 views on YouTube. That's insane. That's so cool. Thanks, notifications. Okay. Under the arm made you emotional. That might be your sweet spot. You have an 8. How are we feeling? Let me know how we're feeling below too after you drop your number, okay? Beautiful. These numbers are beautiful. Thank you. I know. How crazy is that? 20,000 views is wild. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Y'all know my journey. For people who are live on other platforms, Alexa, she's also a part of the community. She's always giving her input all the time. Feeling ease, feeling peace. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Essence. That's beautiful. Alan, how are you feeling? Thank you so much, Sawadi. I'm very excited. That was such a random notification. It's so funny because I don't even know how I'm getting these notifications because I definitely didn't put them out there. Feeling a 7. Beautiful, Reba. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. You feeling better? Okay, Alan, that's good. That's good. And I would encourage you to revisit this replay so that you can retap whenever you need to, okay? Hello, hello, hello. I'm hoping people are feeling a sense of truth, of alignment, a sense of peace, even knowing that you were able to tap on this, even if it feels like, oh, I feel a little shaky about it. You've done so much work. You've put in so much effort just in tapping on this for the past few minutes. You're going to start to see um, any negative beliefs around your self-worth they're going to begin to unravel. And you're going to start getting confirmation, different signs. And it's going to feel like, oh, what I used to think about myself being unworthy, it doesn't even feel right. It feels weird in my body now. There's this invitation that you've accepted to really lean into your sense of worthiness. And I love this for you because it's really a beautiful thing to know that you are worthy because you exist. I love you so much, and I am beyond grateful that you chose to spend this time with me today. It means everything to me that you are here taking care of yourself, loving on others. Like, I'm thoroughly so in awe of your existence, okay? Thank you so much for being here with me. Please continue to drink water, okay? Um, if you want to join me for my manifestation party, it's happening on the 21st of December. It's a 4-part series. We'll be manifesting together. We'll be doing EFT together, breath work, meditating, all the beautiful somatic practices that allow us to feel centered, to feel aligned, so that when we are moving into 2025, we are moving into it with a level of confidence, courage, and clarity that allows us to do and be whatever brings us joy, okay? Okay, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love each and every one of you so much, and I hope that you have a really good rest of your week. Remember, on Substack, I dropped a personal essay today, and then on Friday, I dropped my beauty consciousness insights. So check that out too, and join the email list because I'll be sending an email out on Thursday with just some updates and stuff like that, okay? I love you, I love you, I love you. Be well. Remember that you're beautiful. Remember that I care and I love you deeply. Okay? Okay. Bye, guys.